comes to Facebook. Why is that? Well, with engagement, if you have fans that are liking, commenting, sharing your post, Facebook takes notice and they think, okay, this page is popular amongst its fans. We'll continue to put their post out into the newsfeed of all their fans. If you have a page that your fans are not engaging with you, they're not liking, commenting, sharing, posting on your page and your post, then Facebook takes notice as well and says, okay, this page is not popular with its fans. We're not going to put all of this page's posts out into the newsfeed. Meaning, even if you have 100 fans, they're not even seeing your post in their newsfeed. Believe me, I know this is so frustrating. Facebook says on average, only about 16% of your fan base are actually seeing your post in their newsfeed. And why it's so crucial that your fans see your post is because they likely are not coming to your Facebook page. They're not typing in facebook.com/Amy Porterfield to check out all the posts on my page. They're just seeing me in their newsfeed. So I've got to get out there in the newsfeed. And these strategies, these massive engagement strategies I'm going to teach you here, will help you get out into the newsfeed more often so your fans actually see all the effort you're putting into your Facebook posts. Now, to stand out from the noise on Facebook, because we know there's a lot of noise on Facebook these days, you've got to start thinking about your images differently. That's right, your images. That's what we're going to talk about when it comes to engagement. Let's talk about the power of images on Facebook. Photos on Facebook generate 53% more likes than the average post. 53% more likes. I mentioned this one earlier. Facebook users are uploading approximately 300 million photos to Facebook per day. That's up 20% from earlier this year. The usage of the photo sharing tool Instagram, which was purchased by Facebook in April 2012, has increased 1,179% in 6 months. Images are how you're going to get more engagement on Facebook. Let's talk about some strategies with images. I have a few different strategies for you to start looking at Facebook images differently. The first strategy is the snackable image. Now, a snackable image just basically means it's bite-sized. People can digest it easily, and knowing that people are multitasking at every minute on Facebook, you don't have a lot of time to grab their attention and get them to do something. So in this case, the snackable image is a great image that will grab attention, but also includes a status update that will get people to take action. So in this case, Richard Branson says, "Who is your favorite fictional character? Why grow up when you can forever be Peter Pan?" So as you can see, over 207 people answered this, plus 864 people clicked like, and he didn't even ask for the like. One part of the HubSpot study that I mentioned earlier also said that when you include an image with a status update, you're going to get more likes. That's just the name of the game there. So you don't even have to ask for the like, and if you include an image with the status update, you're going to get more likes. And remember why the like matters, because it's Facebook's way of monitoring if your fans are interested in the content you're putting out there. And you need to make sure that your fans take action. It's not enough for a fan just to see a post, read a great quote, see a stat that you posted, and they do nothing with it. Facebook has no idea if that fan is interested or not. The fan has to take action on a consistent basis in order for you to get out into their news feed regularly. Here's another snackable image strategy. This is from Chick-fil-A. If you don't know Chick-fil-A, it's a popular, I guess it would be fast food restaurant here in the States. And what they said in the status update, they said fill in the blank. But then they created an image that said, "My first experience with Chick-fil-A was," and then it has a big blank line. Now, let's see here, 4,179 people actually left a comment for this. Now, if they were to just type in, fill in the blank, "My first experience with Chick-fil-A was blank," not as many people would have seen this post. But instead, they turned the blank, the fill in the blank, into an image, bright red, stands out in the news feed, and it's easy to answer. When you ask a question on Facebook, you've got to make sure it's easy to answer. That way, more people will engage with your post. This is a great example of a snackable image, something people can digest easy and move on to the next thing. One of my past students, Beth, she has a website called Planet Pearl, all about knitting. And she took these strategies using images and answering a very short question, and she was able to get 500 plus fan comments on one post. Now, when you think knitting, you wouldn't think that it's that active on Facebook, but she obviously knows what she's doing. So these strategies work when done right. The next strategy for images is the sneak peek image strategy. Now, on Facebook, one thing you definitely have to remember is that most people are not on Facebook to do business with you. Most people are on Facebook to have a good time, to unplug from work, to look at photos and videos and chat with their friends. And so you have to meet your fans where they're at. You can't only talk about your brand, your products, your services, and you can't only talk about your niche. So once in a while, I'll mix things up on my Facebook page. And here's an example. I have a new puppy named Gus, and I was having a heck of a time potty training him. So I posted on Facebook for some advice. And at the time of taking this image, I know there's much more now, I had over 90 comments from people that gave me advice about Gus. 90 comments. And this is on my business page where I usually talk about Facebook marketing tips. Sometimes when I post Facebook marketing tips, I do not get anywhere close to 90 comments. People want to be heard, they want to be asked their opinion or their advice, and they don't just want to talk about your business. Mixing things up will help you, one, increase your engagement. So the day I posted this, my engagement skyrocketed, so that means the next post will get even more exposure. And also, I'm able to build relationships with people that is not surrounded just by talking about my products or services. These sneak peek, meaning give them a sneak peek behind your business into your personal life a bit, they will change the game for you when used right. So here's a great example. Another example of that is Dragon Search, and they got a pull-up bar in their office. So they took all these funny pictures of people actually using the pull-up bar in their office. It just shows you they're a lot of fun. People like to check out what you're doing behind the scenes. So have some fun with your images and let people in a little bit so you're not always just talking about work. All right, so now let's change gears to the shareable image strategy. I gave you the snackable image strategy and the sneak peek, and this is